Hello there, O'Daniel East. This is Coach Stephanie with your monthly review for the month of May. Taking a look here, we ended with a 1.76, which was a pretty big decrease from the month before. We had a 2.17, and we dropped back down to below a 2. So taking a look here, what's alarming to me is that nobody's reviewing any of their calls. You had 10 calls last month, and all 10 have not been reviewed. And we can't get any better if we don't know where we're going wrong. So it's important that everyone reviews their calls so they can implement the tips and the tricks that they learn in those calls into their very next phone call. Also, nobody is at 100% certification. It's important that everyone reviews the videos for the areas that they miss in their coaching sessions and watches the videos and retakes the test and stays at 100% certification. Taking a look at the call quality report. Last month we had 1 call in the above average category, 3 average, 3 below average, and 5 poor. 2 calls out of those 10 resulted in an appointment, and 4 were offline. That's double the amount of appointments that we got. And I'd really like to see 10% or less of your calls being offline. And right now you guys are at 33.33% of your calls being offline. The company average is 41.13, but I realistically like to see 10% or less. 33.49 is the company average for percentage of calls, and you guys are at 16.67. Guys, I realistically like to see my dealerships be at 50% or higher, and we can do that. It's just a matter of everybody getting on board with using the script and making sure that they are reviewing their calls and being certified. 41.67% of your calls were in the poor category. The company average is 14.64. 25% of your calls were in the below average category, where the company average is 21.7%. And 25% of your calls were in the average category, where the company average is 17.81. You did have 8.33% of your calls in the above average category, where the company average is 17, and no calls in the excellent category, where the company average is 28.86. Okay, so please be sure that everyone is reviewing their calls and that they are at 100% certification so that we can get this number out of the 1s and 2s. I'd like to see you guys get to a 3.5 or higher, and we can do it. It's just a matter of everyone getting on board with using the script, learning what they're doing wrong, and implementing the tips and tricks they learn from their coaching sessions and from the certification videos into their very next phone call. Have a fantastic day. I hope you guys are having a great month, and I will talk with you soon.